Dr. Morse, injury experts. So, significant, crazy injury for Tyreek Hill last night. Let's kind of break it down after we hear more information. So, our initial fears are confirmed. He did suffer a left knee dislocation, and he not only dislocated the knee, but he also tore his ACL, which is included in it. In order for the left ankle to point that far to the right, there's only two possibilities. Ankle fracture, think dislocation, think Chris Godwin, or knee fracture dislocation, think Tank Dell. Now, we eventually zoom in, you can kind of see, okay, yes, that's a knee injury. So the good news is that this was done in a very controlled environment. Staff came over immediately, put an air cast on his knee, put him on a backboard, lifted him onto the cart. He did his piece and his highs and slapped, and a combination of irritation and frustration and whatnot. And then he probably got loaded right onto the stretcher and then right into the ambulance, and then actually was brought down to Baptist South, which is here in South Miami. And then Dr. Ribe, who's the team doc for the Dolphins, is on staff there. Now, this is how it will play out, and likely how it played out. When you have a dislocated knee, you have to be concerned about not only multi-ligament, which is going to be already confirmed, but also about a dislocation posteriorly that can lead to a artery, vein, or nerve tearing. So usually that happens in more velocity, falling off of a building, car accident, crazy stuff. But anytime you have a dislocated knee, it can technically happen. So when the knee dislocates this way, we have to be very careful. So that's why they immediately stabilized it. But that's also why they had to take him for a CAT scan, an emergency CT scan, usually with contrast, to evaluate the artery and the blood flow going to the foot. Now, if that is compromised, if that is torn, they have to immediately go into the operating room to repair that. My suspicion is it was not torn, which is why they then proceeded to go get an MRI, which is going to tell them the full extent of the damage. ACL, PCL, MCL, LCL, what fractures are there. So this is usually a very complicated situation. At the minimum, this is season ending. But remember, Tyreek will be 32, I believe, in March. This is at least a 15-month recovery. So that knocks him out not only all of 2025, but also all of 2026. Now, I don't know how many people are going to be trying to take Tyreek at 34, 35, coming off of a left knee dislocation and ACL tear at that age. But the other thing is, think about how this is going to impact his play. He is a very shifty, elusive, fast player. That it becomes a lot harder to translate that energy with the specific injuries to his knee. Now, he pretty much likely tore the majority of the posterolateral corner, what we call the PLC, and that is responsible for stabilizing and rotating laterally out of that break, an out break. So when you can't be as aggressive there, and now you have the ACL, so you don't really trust the knee, or you don't have the same, mobility and shiftiness because it's just not as strong as it was before he tore it, it's very difficult to get back the same type of playing style that he was previously. It's not like he's the 6'5" DK Metcalf physical freak where he can just, body you. That's not Tyreek's game. So that's the tricky part about this injury. Whether or not he is a Hall of Fame player, I will leave that up to you to decide. All I know is that he was incredible whenever he had his hands on the ball. He was 2 seconds away from breaking one and scoring a touchdown, whether he was with Miami or whether he was with Kansas City. With that being said, we wish him the best of luck, but this is a season-ending left knee dislocation, definitely an ACL tear. The question is how many other things are injured. We will probably hear that more today or tomorrow. I suspect they will coordinate this surgery either today or tomorrow here in Miami. This is too unstable, in my opinion, for him to fly out to LA to have Alatrash do it or someone else do it. This is likely going to be done in-house here in Miami. Unfortunate injury. We will see a boost to Jayden Waddle. We will see a boost to Devon Achane. We will see a boost to Darren Waller, who showed up big last night in his debut, as well as Malik Washington. But just an unfortunate injury for a great player for many years, Tyreek Hill.